Hi, it's me again with Corel Draw Tips and Tricks, and this is my beginner series on the. Now we've switched to the standard toolbar. We've already gone over all the tools in the toolbox and the menu bar. Now we're going to go over this bar right here, which is your standard toolbar. I'm going to do it pretty quick on some of them. If you want to open a new document, there you do. You just open a new document. It's just a plus sign. I'm actually going to close it down. This is, your common open. You could go open any which Corel file you wanted. You can search different formats. If I want to look at just Corel files, it'll pick out just my Corel file. If you actually go here, you'll open recent ones. Of course, this is saved, but we haven't, see how it's grayed out because we haven't done anything yet. So now we could save that. You'd want to save it as the first time. This is the cloud to open from the cloud. I've never done it. This is your print. That's going to open up your print menu. These are your copy, paste, and cut, copy, and paste that are, just make it handy, but Control C and then Control V, and you made a copy of that item. One thing pretty cool about this bar is the undo tool. We can undo that last step. I've only done a couple of steps. So let's just draw a couple of things, different objects. And then let's draw a star. And if I want to undo that, if I have pages, I created this, I can go all the way back to that first create and then go forward that one. So this is a list. See, now that I've gone back, it's gone. This is a list going forward. This is a list going back. This is import, export. I don't very seldom ever use it. Whenever I do, I go here. They're just trying to make it easier. This is do a PDF, basically export. This is a zoom window. I've never really used it. You can zoom it to the page, which it pretty much already is. Zoom it to selected. That's like your F4 key that we've talked about. Zoom it to the width of the page, and so on and so on. And let's just keep going. Turn your rulers on and off. I've never turned mine off. This is your grid. You can turn your indexing. Well, this is your grid. I've never used a grid. I've had people send me files in grid. But if you make 100 indexing lines, when you draw something that you really need specialized precision, but you don't need them right now, you want to turn them off, you can go right up here. It looks like an eyeball and just turn them off. The good thing about them, like we did the other day, we deleted them. They're still there. We just got them turned off. This is a snap to off, which I never have turned off, but you can, and you can also, snap to, we talked about the other day, where you're going to snap to a page. This is the same thing we did yesterday with options, Corel or customization tools, workspace. This is how you're going to get the photo paint. Corel Paint, not Photo Paint, Corel Paint. I'm sure Corel would be happy with that. Font Manager, which I should use, but I don't. Corel Connect. I do have a video on that. Krill Capture, which is basically you can capture a picture of your screen. That's how you get to that. Now, I'm going to say this before I only have one little icon that I put up there, and it's my mentor Roy Brewer's great invention of you can change the size of this bar. You can change the size of all of them. Customization, and go medium, and watch everything get bigger. Now, in this case, we didn't lose anything because I didn't make it that big. You could actually go so big that you could, well, where's it at? Toolbar. Button size. I mean, look at that. You can make them so big that you've lost some tools. And they're right here. You can see them, and they're right up here if you've lost any. But maybe at first I wouldn't do that, but you need to right click right there and go to size of button, put them on small. Now what you can do to help beginners is right click, customization, toolbar item, and you could go customization, toolbar item, caption to the right of image. So it tells you, like on just this stuff, but you can go in customization, standard toolbar, caption to the right, and it tells you import, export, publish. But you open to the cloud, close, save to the cloud, print, but you lose this many tools, and you have to click on those arrows to get there. So I suggest, maybe do that for a while, but don't, once you get set, don't use that. Only use the image and just get used to it. Get used to looking image only. There, we're back. Now I'm going to talk about tag cuts real quick. Now this is really not for a beginner, but it will help beginners tremendously. One thing I make a lot is name tags. And let's make this 3, and we can unlock that and make it 1.5 inches big. Now when you make a name tag, your first way you think you ought to make it after you've got your information in there, so it's 3 inches, we could nudge this 3.6 inches, Control D and make a duplicate and leave some space between our name tags. Well, that's a lot of cutting. Now you could do this and save wood just by nudging them up to the next one. You're going to save some wood. I didn't make a duplicate of it. And you could do that in the same thing, but you're going to save some wood, but you're not saving any time. Now, even let's round this off like a name tag would be. So if you use the edit corner together, have it locked, and let's go maybe 0.1. That's a pretty good shape for a name tag. Now let's open Roy Brewer's tag cuts. It tells me the width of my tag, tells me my corner radius. I want 5 and 5. And I am going to create. What tag cuts did, it made 5 by 5 tags. But what is so cool about tag cuts, you could cut this out in a quarter of the time that it would take to cut out anything else. Because you can go to object and convert it to curves. I haven't used it in a while. Let me see what we need to do. Ungroup it. And look at this. Every line is an individual line. So it's only going to cut that line one time. If you understand that, if you had your 2 tags butt up, it's going to run this line twice. So not only is it going to take more time, it's going to dirty up your wood a little bit more. This is going to zip through it. Matter of fact, let's do a little test. If you ever want to test something, you can click on something and then hold down the tab key, and that's going to cut that line, that line, that line, that line. It's going to cut it like that fast. If you had a bunch of boxes there, it's not going to cut it near that fast because it's going to have to cut that line. And even on if I would back up here and not make a rounded corner tag, and you just wanted square tags, create that, exit, go to object, group. I guess I do. I guess I've already got it ungrouped. Look at the lines. And what's going to happen is we're going to hold down the tab key. It's going to cut that line, that line, that line, that line, that line, that line, and it's done. So that's tag cuts. I just had to rebuild my Facebook page, and I'll put it on my Facebook page. It's also on Epilogue's Facebook page. Or if you've watched enough of my videos, I've given out my email address. Just email me and I'll send it to you. Or leave me a question on this video and send me your email and I'll email it to you. Anyway, hope that helped a little bit. Thank you for watching.